Alright, it's been a little while since I made a video. Had to have surgery done on my face. Had skin cancer, so haven't really been out here a whole lot. But the old Onan's giving me some spark issues, so just ordered condenser and points for it. Hopefully I can get this thing running good again. And last weekend I was busy, waxed my car, got it all cleaned up. And last week I found this on the side of the road. There was two of them. The other one was a little rough, so I pulled the motor off of that and pitched it. The motor's back there. Went on Amazon, got a $12 carburetor because the other one, the float, was no good. Runs good. Same day I found this, there was a fucking John Deere riding lawnmower sitting on the side of the road, right up the road from it, but I didn't have a truck, so I don't think a John Deere is going to fit in that very good. But scored this. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Might use it for the hard to reach areas because there's a lot of property here. Try to pick up leaves. Usually just mulch them up with a lawnmower, but I got snow plow thrown on the hydro. Had to fix this. The spring for the handle collapsed. It was all rusted last year, and when I was backing it into the trailer, it bent the arm up there, so I straightened that as good as I could and found a spring from transmission I put on it. Got that working right again. And I switched the hydro, the orange one back there, and the blue one over. I'm running aviation fuel in it now. One of my dad's friends knows a place you can get it pretty cheap. Ethanol free. It kind of smells like Cam too. I think it's like close to 100 octane, so it'll hold up better in the plow tractors and stuff I don't use a whole lot. I don't think I'm going to bother running in these two because I use these quite a bit. And last weekend I organized the parts shelves a little bit. All that stuff there is for the 67 Super 12 up there covered up. Put a bunch of stuff in bins so I could free up some space. And then that stuff there is just stuff I still got to prep and paint for the Super 12. Just ordered fuel lines for this old blower. Got it from my mom and dad. It was their old one. He got a backpack blower now, so that thing's been sitting for a while because the fuel lines are bad. Ethanol ate them up. What else I got going on? I rewired this a couple weekends ago. Got it charging right. I painted this little bracket that hooks to the 3-point for my grater blade. And these hoses came with that lawn vac too. I guess this goes in that front hole on it. And you can kind of use it as a vacuum, I guess. Guess you take that screw out and push it on there, and it's like a little handheld thing. Yeah, I took this thing out yesterday and cutting out in the field out back with it because taking this up to the property we have in West Virginia. But she started running rough, and then it had no spark, and then the spark kind of looks like it's intermittent. So I'm just going to do a condenser and points on it and hope for the best. Got it on trickle charger now because I was cranking it over so much. And then the starter, somehow the bolts were tight on it, but it wasn't meshing with the flywheel right, and it sounded horrible. So I pulled all the tins off and loosened the bolts up for the starter and adjusted it to where it matches up with the flywheel good before I ground the starter off because it wasn't lined up. It was barely catching. Yeah, I think the aviation fuel will work out good. It's leaded too, and when these things were made, there was lead in the gas, so I figured it wouldn't hurt it. My dad's friend's been running it in his. He's got a GTO he runs it in, and he's been running his lawnmowers and all for a long time and hasn't had any issues. So I figured I'd give it a shot. Although I'm not too thrilled about putting it in this because the threads in the head for the exhaust are messed up, so the exhaust is kind of on there pointing backwards, so that's all those fumes are going to be blowing in my face. I gotta get this stuff finished up. Kind of took a little break from the 67 Super 12, just haven't really felt like painting it. The temperature's finally starting to drop down, so I'll probably get back on that before it gets real cold out. That paint stuff outside. And that's about all I'm messing with. Worked on this a little bit too. I had to clean the carburetor on it. And then I got a little trailer I pull behind these things, and I used some of this diamond plate last weekend and made a new tailgate for it. I don't have a welder or anything, so I just cut 2 pieces off and then bolted it together. Good enough for what I'm doing. And I plan on, that's a front mount for a plow. I'm going to try to find some weights to put on it and use it as a front weight, because I got that with a bunch of other tractors I got and didn't come with the plow. And I don't really plan on getting another plow with that kind of bracket and all, so figured I might as well try to use it front weight. Yeah, it's starting to get to the time of year where mowing tractors are going to be retired for a little bit. This thing cuts good, but the gearing just sucks. At least where I got it cut, because third high seems a little too fast. Second high is a little too slow. Plus, it's only a 42 deck, so there's like right under 2 acres I got to cut. So I usually just use the new lawnmower that's out in the shed. A little bit more efficient. I should have some videos coming up on that 67 Super 12 I'm redoing. Just gotta get some time, I've been real busy. Alright, just giving a little bit of an update. I've been rambling on, but thanks for watching.